There's going to be a few people in a few years from now that come across this video. They will feel sick to their stomach noticing that silver's only $30 right now, wishing they could build a time machine and go back to the days where silver was only 30 something dollars an ounce. See, we have a unique opportunity because we know in a few years everyone will be wishing they could go back in time to the days of $30 silver. Just like people wishing they could go back and buy Bitcoin in 2016. I'm sure most of you missed out on Bitcoin back then, but it doesn't matter. You have a second chance because silver is Bitcoin 2.0. In the coming years, you're going to have a lot of people coming up to you saying, oh man, I wish I got into silver at $30. I wish I knew about it back in 2024. Because most people won't find out until after it explodes. Most people won't be hopping on silver until it breaks $50 and beyond. As I record this, I'm getting deja vu because in 2016 on this same channel, I was telling people to buy Bitcoin when it was only $800. Now Bitcoin's sitting at around $70,000. But that doesn't matter either, because even if you made a ton of cash, if you don't transfer it into physical precious metals, all you're really left with is a digit on a screen and a pocket full of paper. So you have two simple choices: own gold and silver or stay broke. The answer sounds obvious, but less than 1% of the population owns precious metals. The other 99% will simply be too late, because everyone wants a slice of the silver pie, but there's nowhere near enough pie to go around. Alright folks, I put together an incredible video for you all today. I know you're going to enjoy this one, so make sure you stick around because it's only going to get better. The first article we're going to break down and dissect is from market wizard and legendary hedge fund manager Larry Benedict. And then we're going to go into a couple of other things. But first things first, if you enjoy silver content, if you want to be updated on a daily basis about what silver's doing, look no further. Make sure you click subscribe and click the bell because I upload every single day. I also have some opportunities for you all to get precious metals for extremely cheap prices from safe places like Miles Franklin. We have 10-ounce bars, only $225 over spot. We have rounds, Buffalo rounds, $235 over spot. We have Maples, $360 over spot. Britannia's $360. We have 90% silver, $3 over spot. We have tons of gold. We have new deals every single Monday. Right now, it's Philharmonics for $315 over spot, but on Monday, we'll have new ones. Email me, slayer@milesfranklin.com, or call me 330-485-6172. You will not be disappointed. But folks, not only are we going to cover this extremely interesting and informational article from Larry Benedict, but I wanted to hear what other countries are saying about silver right now, more specifically countries in the BRICS nations. So I pulled up an article from IndiaHerald.com, and I found an article that was written 2 days ago titled, "Why There Was a Record Jump in Silver Prices." So this person, this lady, breaks down what's happening in the world of silver right now. I thought that's very interesting, just to hear other countries' perspectives, especially one like India that purchased 256% more silver this year than last year alone, setting records. And now that I've given you a little sneak peek into the game plan of this video, you can hopefully see why I'm so excited about this video, and I hope you are as well. Make sure to like the video and leave a comment down below if you do. Silver's bullish pattern sets up a 45% rally. And when they say 45% rally, they're not mentioning the already huge rally. They mean 45% from here. So starting here, another 45% rally. So today we're handing the reins to colleague Larry Benedict. Larry is a market wizard and legendary hedge fund manager. When he talks, we listen. And right now, he is watching the silver charts very closely. He sees the chance for a 45% rally from here. And for those looking to trade it, he shares an easy way to play it. Now, I'm not going to go into trading. I'm not going to recommend you do that. I just recommend buy silver for cheap and hold it. Why make things more confusing than it has to be? right? But that's on you. Just wanted to throw that out there. So gold has been on the top of commodity traders' minds lately, and rightly so. The shiny metal has soared by 20% since the middle of February. It broke out of its long-term trading range and set new all-time highs. While gold is taking all the attention, there's another metal that's been staging an even stronger rally. Silver's always been in the shadow of its shinier counterpart. It's commonly referred to as the poor cousin of gold. But over the past 3 months, silver's outperformed gold. It has risen by 32% against gold's return of 20%. In fact, silver has been one of this year's best performing commodities so far. On top of that, silver has formed a bullish pattern and sits at the very top of its long-term trading range. A breakout past this level of resistance sets the stage for an additional 45% rally up to $42 an ounce. Let me show you what I'm seeing. So not only does he throw these numbers out, he's showing you actual data of why he's saying this, which is beautiful, because numbers can't lie. Numbers don't lie. You could try to speculate all you want, but there's data backing this up. I actually showed an article where the top AI bots, all of the top bots right now in the artificial intelligence community, were asked what they think silver's price will be by the end of the year, and almost all of them said $35 to $45. All of them. It was based off of actual scenarios of the presidential election, of interest rates, and it took in consideration all of those things, and they all came up with around $40 silver. So this chart is called Breaking the Neck. Take a look at this chart. It shows the price movement of a troy ounce of silver. Okay, so you have 2020 to 2024 silver spot price. You can see in 2020 it took a dip down to $11, and that was in March of 2020 when silver was $11. Then Wall Street silver stuff happened, it was around 30, and then over the years it hasn't really done much. But you see there's a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. That's what the S, the H, and the S stands for. And right now we finally broke past this resistance. You could see it couldn't break past there in 2021, and now it finally is. That is huge news, folks. That means prices are stable, it's breaking past resistance levels, which means it's a lot easier to go higher and it's a lot harder to go lower, when beforehand it was a lot harder to go higher and a lot easier to go lower. So as you can see, silver has struck in a multi-year trading range between $18 and $30 following a sharp move higher during the BS that went on a couple of years ago. But there's two things that stand out to us in this chart. The first is that silver has completed an inverse head and shoulders pattern from 2021 to its recent run higher. I've added an S for shoulders, an H for head. This is a bullish formation that signals a change in sentiment. And remember, guys, this guy is a market wizard and legendary hedge fund manager. When he talks, they listen. This isn't just any average Joe Blow, seeing this and getting excited about this. There's something here. This is a bullish formation that signals a change in sentiment. The bulls tested the seller's control over the price, eventually winning out. Now silver sits above the neckline, which I've shown with a dashed line. The neckline connects the peaks of the formation and serves as the level of resistance. Silver is above $30, which breaks the neckline. This confirms the bullish reversal and will likely fuel a strong move upwards. To get an idea as to how high silver can run, we can use the pattern as a guide. The height of the pattern is about $12 per ounce from the neckline to the trough of the head. Based on that, we can predict that silver could rise to 42, which would be $12 above the neckline. Of course, this isn't a perfect science. There are a multitude of factors that play into how high silver can go, but as it stands today, things are looking bright for this overlooked metal. Now, there's a couple of things we could talk about. The first and most important is that he said this isn't a perfect science. There's a multitude of factors. I mean, yeah, that's whether it's geopolitical, political, or economics. I mean, think about the BRICS nations. Think about how many different wars are going on. Think about political unrest and uncertainty, and think about economics with the FOMC meetings that are going to occur, where there's going to be so much speculation throwing around, and then you have interest rates, and then you have the wars, and then you have banks, and you have all these different things. But another thing that's being juggled, but it just is not thrown in the equation yet, is the unknown variables, because we don't have a crystal ball. Nobody could have predicted that Iran's president would die in a helicopter crash, but we can predict the presidential election coming in November. We don't know who's going to win. Well, you know, I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but just saying that's a factor. That's a variable that we know is going to happen. But the ones that we can't see because it's just a wrench gets thrown in, something random happens in the world that affects the price. Those are the ones you also have to get ready for. You have to also prepare for, because those are the ones that nobody ever expects, and those are the ones that usually impact the markets the most. On that note, forecasts and price predictions take with a grain of sand. But the one thing about silver is, especially in today's day and age, when there's an unknown variable, when a wrench gets thrown in, it's usually something very bad. And very bad things are very bullish for precious metals. No matter what happens, I mean, it's all looking up for silver regardless. It's not like a wrench is going to get thrown in and it's going to, spread peace across the world and everyone's singing Kumbaya and holding hands and the dollar, reach strength. No, everything that's happening is a domino effect that's becoming more and more scary, more dangerous, and the only alternative I could think, monetarily wise at least, is precious metals. It's the only thing. Here's another, here's this part, strength everywhere you look. That's kind of what I was just mentioning, right? Outside of its technical attractiveness, silver has strong fundamentals backing it as well. That was what I was just talking about. The market is currently in its 4th straight year of being in a shortage. In fact, this year's shortage is widely forecasted to be the 2nd biggest supply deficit on record. We've had over 500 million ounces in the red in just the last 3 years alone. That has led industrial users of silver to drain their inventories. Stockpiles tracked by the LBMA fell to 2nd lowest level on record in April. Ultimately, this bodes well for the price of silver. So, we have that. Now let's jump into India's article about why silver has just broken records. What happened? So, the year 2024, and this, by the way, this was written 2 days ago. The year 2024 has seen a record rise in the price of both gold and silver, but the sharp rise in silver prices has taken a toll on gold too. The whole point is, why is the price increasing? Silver is consumed in 2 fronts. People buy silver jewelry. Investors also invest into silver for investment, hence it has also been seen as a financial asset. So silver is also used for industrial purposes. Silver is used extensively in making solar panels. The entire focus of the government is on clean energy. Electricity production from solar is being promoted. In such a situation, the demand for silver will continue to increase in the coming days. Production less than consumption. Silver is being consumed in everything from electric cars to technologies like 5G. According to an estimate, more than 60% of silver being consumed is industry. Silver consumption is increasing, but its production has decreased according to demand. And since 2016, there's been a continuous decline in silver mining while there's been a huge surge in demand. So, and this is the reason why experts and brokerage houses are extremely bullish on silver. And this financial service said in its note that silver will see more growth than gold, and it will also outperform gold. In the last 15 years, silver has consistently given annual returns around 7%. And if silver can touch this level in the domestic market, it can go up to $34 an ounce on the COMEX. It is clear that the rise in silver prices is not going to stop here, but its shine will increase further. So yeah, even India is extremely bullish. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, they imported 256% more silver from this February to last. I mean, that's a lot. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell. Make sure you comment down below. Make sure you email me and call me and text me if you want to purchase silver as well. Remember, we have bars, right? We have 10-ounce bars, 225 over spot to 240 over spot. We have tons of different types of bars, like 7 or 8, 9 different 10-ounce bars. We have rounds, buffalo rounds, 235 over spot. We have everything you could think of and anything. 1,000-ounce Comex bar, we got it. 90% silver, we got it. Gold pricing, we got it. So yeah, hit me up, 330-485-6172. Or even if you don't buy from me, I appreciate anyone that just watches my videos. I love you all so much. And, I'm very fortunate to be in my situation, and I love what I do. I love helping people, for a living. So yeah, anyways, thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.